A sign of change in North Central. Some people want to see bilingual signs in the neighborhood. They're hoping to see more Cree lining the streets. Solomon Ratt is a professor at the First Nations University of Canada in Regina. He's told the city he could rewrite those street signs if they're willing to make the change. Solomon's in our studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
So tell me more about these signs that people are calling for. What would you actually see?
Well, what we do is rewrite the signs that are up there right now into Cree Syllabics. So it's not translating the signs themselves. It's just rewriting the signs using our Cree writing system.
Right through North Central?
Right through North Central would be great.
And who's calling for this? Who wants this
Just
right
a few
now?
individuals, like Jolie Big Eagle, who is one of the individuals, and Kerry Benjo was the one who approached me on it and to see if it was possible.
Yeah. So how big a job would that be?
I've already got the file ready to roll once the city wants to do it. So all I have to do is send the file to them, and it's ready.
Would the signs be in English as well? Or would they be both?
They'd be both. They'd be both English and Cree in syllabics, like the signs on east of Broad Street on 11th Avenue. We have those signs in English and in I believe it's Mandarin.
Right.
all the way from
our little Chinatown area.
All the way from
Regina.
all the way from Broad Street to Winnipeg.
Yeah.
All those streets are already in English and in the Asian language.
Yeah. What would that represent to people in North Central? Why is this important?
This is important because it will show that it'll bring pride to the people, to the First Nations people, to see their signs in the original language, in the Cree language.
Is there much Cree spoken and understood in North Central right
now? In
North
Central, there is quite a lot of Cree speakers in the area. And, of course, the other Aboriginal languages are also represented. But Cree is a predominant language in the area because Cree is one of the languages in Canada that is widely spoken all the way from Quebec to northern British Columbia in various dialects. So it is widespread.
What would it mean to you to be a part of this? I mean, you've been playing a big role in bringing back First Nations languages and the resurgence of First Nation languages for pretty much all of your career. So what would it mean to you to be part of a project like this?
I think that would be really wonderful. I'd feel really great, if I could see that. Every time I go to a community and I see a Cree sign written, I thought, yes!
Where do you see it now? Where do you see it?
I drive into Prince Albert.
Yeah.
And the welcome signs in Prince Albert are in Cree and in Dene. And that is such a good feeling when I see that.
And that feeling would be felt by every First Nations
I believe
individual.
So. And when I go to my home community, also I see signs written in the Cree language in my home community.
Which community is that?
That's be Lac La Ronge.
Right.
Lac La Ronge Indian Band. And you go to the schools in Lac La Ronge Indian Band there, and you'll see the signs of the rooms written in Cree.
Is there a big cost factor? Do you have any idea what the cost would be?
I wouldn't have any idea what the cost factor would be. Like one of the people that I talked to suggested we do all the signs in Regina in the Cree Syllabics. That cost would be astronomical. But we're just talking about the streets from Albert to Elphinstone. And I think it's about eight blocks or so. And to be realistic, if we could just go ahead and do the signs on Albert Street into syllabics, that would be a good sign.
Have you had any response? We've heard that the city they're saying they're working with interested people, but have you heard anything directly from the city or anyone involved in this heard anything directly?
I have not heard anything from the city as yet. Latest thing I've heard was that somebody was supposed to contact me on this, on the logistics of this, but no one has approached me yet.
Yeah? What's your sense of whether it's going to happen?
I think it will. It's just a matter of a few people going out into the city council to present their petition for this, and I think it can be done. Like I said before, I've already got the signs written.
You're ready to roll.
I'm ready to roll. All the city has to do is approach me and say, could we have your file? And I'll just send it to them. It's just a matter of getting the printers going on this. And, it'll be wonderful to see, especially as part of our celebration for 150 years. That'd be so good to be able to do something like this as one of our ceremonies.
Thanks so much for coming in and telling us about it. And if you don't mind letting us know if there's another big step in this when that happens, would you mind letting us know?
I wouldn't mind letting you know at all. I think that'd be a cause for celebration. Thank you very much.
Nice to see you again, Solomon. Thanks.